This is Maury of Yasharal. We are closer to the gathering than we've ever been before. Can you see it? Can you feel it? If you can't, you must be absent of the Ruah. Wars, rumors of wars, floods, earthquakes, death in mass numbers all around the world. Pure chaos. The promised land is under siege. The time is right. Look at the image that I've provided for you. A picture speaks 1,000 words. I want to speak about our abominations. Because in order for you to make it in, you have to put away all of these abominations, all of your idols. In the background is the image of the Holy of Holies in the temple in Tel Arad, Yahuwah's temple. They found his name there. They found the name of kings also on ostrakas. The Jews dug this out of the Holy of Holies in the temple in Tel Arad, put it in a museum, and then made a replica and put it back. Why? Because the image of the woman dressed in scarlet and purple was placed in the Holy of Holies by who? The children of Yasharal. This is an abomination. What did Yahushua HaMashiach say? When you see the abomination of desolation set up in the holy place, flee into the mountains. Yah released the Gentiles to utterly destroy us because of this abomination that we put in the Holy of Holies. The Queen of Heaven. They said she is the consort of Yahuwah. Look in the lower right-hand corner. See the figurine of Baal? They found it all around the area in the city of David. It was widely used, widely glorified. Idols. Still today, we hold on to these idols. Look up top. IUIC. They've created this idol in the last days, a stumbling block, and many shall fall on it to lead you to the lake of fire. These are not righteous brothers. They perform the most powerful witchcraft, wickedness known to man today. And they're blasphemers. What do they say? They are united in the Christian God. Blasphemy. They took on to themselves the God of Constantine the Great and have you calling on that name, worshiping that name, and applying it to an image. Do you think that you can make it into the kingdom of heaven performing these same abominations that we were kicked out of the land for? Your first step is to put away your abominations. Listen to what he said. But they rebelled against me. Let's begin. Yah has a call. You would say Ezekiel, chapter 20, 1-4. 1. And it came to pass in the 7th year. Note, we're in the 7th year since Yahuwah stretched forth his arm to the children of Yasharal at the end of our 400-year captivity to show us the path that leads to the high priest, the path that leads to eternal life, the path that leads to the kingdom, the path of the years. In the 5th month, every time you see month, the word under it is Hadash. It's a moon face, 1/2 of a 7th part. There is no separate solar calendar for the sun. The moon is the calendar for the sun. On the 10th day of the Hadash, that certain of the elders of Yasharal came to inquire of Yahuwah, and he sat before me. 2. Then came the word of Yahuwah unto me, saying, 3. Son of man, every time you see man in the book, it's Adam. Son of Adam. Why is he saying that? From the pure bloodline that comes from Adam. From Adam to Seth, from Seth to Enoch, from Enoch to Noah, from Noah to Shum, from Shum to one they call Eber, his name is Abar, from Abar to Abraham, from Abraham to Yitzhak, from Yitzhak to Jacob, the one who was secured, and his seed. Speak unto the elders of Yasharal, and say unto them, Thus saith Adanya. What does Adanya mean? The owner. Thus saith the owner, who is Yahuwah. Are you come to inquire of me? As I live, said the owner, Adanya, who is Yahuwah, I will not be inquired by you. 4. Will you judge them? He's speaking to Yahezekal. Son of Adam, will you judge them? Cause them to know the abominations of their fathers. That's why I'm here today. 5. And say unto them, Thus said the owner, who is Yahuwah, in the day when I chose Yasharal, he chose no one else, and lifted up my hand, the word for hand is Yad, unto the seed, the bloodline, of the house of Jacob, the one whose name was changed to Yasharal, and made myself known unto them in the land of Egypt, when I lifted up my hand, my Yad unto them, saying, I am Yahuwah, your Alayakam. He gave his title. A picture speaks 1,000 words. Look on the pictograph. Each letter tells a story. He is the powerful shepherd of men who stretched forth his arm with an open palm to the Kedushayam, to the assembly, to the called out ones, the children of Yasharal. 6. In the day when I lifted up my hand, my Yad unto them, to bring them forth of the land of Egypt into the land that I had espied for them, flowing with milk and honey, which is the glory of all lands. 7. He's speaking to you right now. Then I said unto them, Cast you away, every man, the abomination of his eyes, and defile not yourselves with the idols of Egypt. Stop for a moment. Did he not tell us that he was going to take us into Egypt again in ships? America? All of the places where we've been scattered? This is our Egypt. The houses of bondage. After he told them this, he said this, so that you can know who he was. For I am Yahuwah, your Alayakam. 8. But they rebelled against me after I stretched forth my arm unto them, and they would not listen to me. They did not every man cast away the abomination of their eyes. A few did. Neither did they forsake the idols that they learned in Egypt. Does it sound familiar? Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them, to accomplish my anger against them in the midst of the land of Egypt. Did you know that? Did you know the stiff-necked children of Yasharal would not put away their abominations, and that they rebelled against Yahuwah, their deliverer, in the land of Egypt? Guess what? They wanted to stay there. 9. But I wrought for my name's sake that it should not be polluted amongst the heathen. Stop for a moment. Heathen is an Old English word. The word that's in the text is guyam. Guyam speaks of the nations. Heathen means those from the woods and forests, speaking of the wild men, among whom they were, in whose sight I made myself known upon them, in bringing them forth out of the land of Egypt. 10. Wherefore I caused them to go forth out of the land of Egypt, and brought them into the wilderness. 11. And I gave them my statutes, and showed them my judgments, which if a man do, he shall indeed live in them. What if he doesn't do them? He will indeed die in them. 12. Moreover, I gave them my Shabbats. Did you know that the Shabbat is a feast day? When you go to Leviticus chapter 23, 1, 2, and 3, you'll find the first feast days that are listed is your regular weekly Shabbat. Listen to what he said. These are my feast. 6 days shall you labor and do all of your work. But the 7th day is the Shabbat of Yahuwah. In it, you will not do any work. You have to bake what you can bake, boil what you can boil, store some up for the next day. It's a feast day. To be a sign, the moon is the sign of feast. A light that wanes in its perfection. The course of the moon's path is light to the righteous, but to the transgressors of the law, it is darkness. It is a sign between me and them. Me and them. The only people who are under the contract is Yahuwah and us, that they might know that I am Yahuwah. He signed his name. That sanctified them. I set them apart from all the earth. 13. But, don't you hate when there's a but? The house of Yasharal rebelled against me in the wilderness again. They walked not in my statutes. They despised my judgments, which if Adam will do, which a man would do, he shall indeed live in them. If he doesn't, he will die in them. And my Shabbats, they're greatly polluted, just like they're doing today. They have their Shabbats on Pope Gregory's calendar. Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them in the wilderness to consume them and destroy them utterly. Enters in Masha. He pleaded with Yahuwah. He said, Father, if you killed them, the Gentiles, the Guyams, the Egyptians, the Canaanites, and all the people who have heard of your fame, they will say, you brought them out of Egypt to murder them in the wilderness. 14. But I wrought, I thought about it, I declined, for my name's sake, that it should not be polluted before the Guyam, in whose sight I brought them out. 15. Yet also I lifted up my yad unto them in the wilderness, that I would not bring them into the land which I had given them, flowing with milk and honey, which is the glory of all lands. They wandered in the wilderness for 40 years, till all of the rebels died off. None of them made it in the land. 16. Because they despised my judgments, and they walk not in my statutes. You know what statutes are now. But polluted my Sabbaths, like on Pope Gregory's calendar. For their heart went after their idols, like IUIC, like the camps with their stars, the church with their crosses. 17. Nevertheless, mine eye spared them from destroying them utterly, neither did I make an end of them in the wilderness. 18. But I said unto their children, their parents were gone, the transgressors had died in the wilderness, just like everyone who does not put away their abominations here in the land of their captivity, you shall also die in the wilderness. Walk you not in the statutes of your fathers. Don't walk in their corbinats. Don't walk in their ways, neither observe their judgments, nor defile yourselves with their idols. IUIC is going to take away thousands of people. 19. For I am Yahuwah, your Aliyakam. He signed his name again. Walk in my statutes. We don't like them. We will not hearken unto you. We will not walk therein and keep my judgments. No, we won't do that. We shall do what we come from the imagination of our minds and do them. If you do, you will live. If you don't, you will surely die. 20. And hallow, set apart my Shabbats, not follow the Shabbats of the Gentiles. Set his apart, and they shall be a sign between me and you, that you may know that I am Yahuwah, your Aliyakam. 21. Notwithstanding, the children rebelled against me again. Isn't this amazing? It's not the white man's history. We're not speaking about Edom. We're speaking about you. All of you who have found that you are the people in this book. Here's your history. They walked not in my statutes, neither kept my judgments to do them, which if a man do, he shall indeed live in them, and if you don't, you will die in them. They polluted my Sabbaths. Then I said, I would pour out my fury upon them, to accomplish my anger against them in the wilderness. Then I remember what Masha had said. So I withdrew my hand, my yad, and wrought for my namesake, that it should not be polluted in the sight of the Guyam, in whose sight I brought them forth. 23. I lifted up my hand unto them, my yad, also in the wilderness. Listen to what he told us in the wilderness. I will scatter you among the heathen, the white man, among the Guyam, the black man, the brown man, and disperse them through the countries. 24. Because they had not executed my judgments, they let wickedness run rampant in the land, but had despised my judgments, and had polluted my Shabbats, and their eyes were after their fathers' idols. 25. Wherefore I gave them statutes that they were not good, and judgments whereby they should not live. What could that be? 26. And I polluted them In their own gifts, they were sacrificing to Moloch. In that they caused to pass through the fire all that opens the womb. They were sacrificing their children, that I might make them desolate, to the end that they might know that I am Yahuwah. He gave no such command for you to sacrifice your children, to burn them in the fire. 27. Therefore, son of Adam, speak unto the house of Yasharal, and say unto them, Thus saith Adonai Yahuwah, yet in this your fathers have blasphemed me. The same way our brothers and sisters are blaspheming the name of Yahuwah in the land of their captivity. What did he say? Thank God. Thank Jesus. Christ united us. There's no other mighty one but Allah. In that they have committed a trespass against me. We have not changed through the centuries, have we? 28. For when I had brought them into the land, for the which I lifted up my hand, my yad, to give to them, then they saw every high hill set up Asherah poles, and all the thick trees, they were in the groves, and they offered their sacrifices to Baal, and there they presented the provocation of their offering. There also they made their sweet savor and poured out their drink offerings unto another mighty one. 29. Then I said unto them, What is this high place whereunto you go? He asks questions he already knows the answer to. And the name whereof is called Bama unto this day. 30. Wherefore, say unto the house of Yasharal, Thus saith the owner, who is Yahuwah, Are you polluted after the manner of your fathers? He already knew it. Do you commit whoredom after their abominations, just like we do here in America? Whoredom has run rampant amongst the children of Yasharal, and we have taken our children to the abortion clinics. 31. For when you offer your gifts, when you make your sons to pass through the fire, you have polluted yourselves with all of your idols, indeed, even unto this day. And shall I be inquired of you, O house of Yasharal, as I live, said the owner, who is Yahuwah, I will not be inquired of by you, unless you return. 32. And that which cometh into your mind shall not be at all. The equinox, the equinox, the equinox, the first new moon after the equinox. I have to add a 13th month. I will follow Pope Gregory's calendar. I will use a sundial that you say we will be as the heathen, as the Guyam, as the white man, as the black men, all of the nations where we were scattered. We shall be just like them, as the families of the countries, to serve their mighty ones, the gods of wood and stone. Is that true? Yes, it is. Christ, Jesus, Allah. 33. As I live, saith Adonai Yahuwah, surely with a mighty hand, Yad, and with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out will I rule over you. Yahushua HaMashiach is coming soon. He's going to rule over us and the earth with the rod of iron. Judgment will take place immediately. 34. And I will bring you out from the people, and will gather you out of the countries wherein you were scattered, with a mighty yad, and with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out. 35. And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people. What people? Edom, Esau, and there will I plead with you face to face. When we came out of Egypt, we went into the wilderness. It's in Saudi Arabia. Mount Horeb. 36. Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt. Oh my, this is not good, is it? None of them made it in. Just their posterity. They were all destroyed. So will I plead with you. You ready for that? The only way you can be ready for this is if you've met with the high priest, Yahushua HaMashiach, who sprinkles the blood with his finger on your behalf on the new moons, the Shabbats, and the feast days. You have to be atoned for. You have to be covered by the blood that he sprinkles with his finger. The only way you can do that is if you're on the path of years. You have to keep these commandments. You have to stop polluting his Shabbats and his feast days with Gentilian ways. Setadanya, the owner, who is Yahuwah. 37. And I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant. Only those who have overcome. 38. And I will purge out from among you the rebels. You know, when you come under the rod, you look for the pure sheep and the spotted sheep. You'll know who the rebels are. They'll be filthy. And them that transgressed against me. It's just about everyone, isn't it? I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn. No one who is of the children of Yasharal will be left behind. What did you say? You are more? You're an indigenous Indian? Well, if you're one of the children of Yasharal, you're not going to be left here. You're going into the wilderness to be purged out, to be destroyed. This is that great yet terrible day. For some there shall be joy, a very few, but for the most of them shall be shame. And they shall not enter into the land of Yasharal. Remember, all of the old folks that came out of the land of Egypt died in the wilderness, just like you will die in the wilderness. Why? Because you did not return to him. You did not remove the abominations out of your life. And you shall know that I am Yahuwah. He signed his name. 39. As for you, O house of Yasharal, I am tired of you. Thus saith the owner, who is Yahuwah. Go ahead then. Keep serving you, everyone, these idols that you have picked up in your land of Egypt. And hereafter also, if you will not hearken unto me, but pollute you, my holy name, no more with your gifts and with your idols. Don't bring your junk to me. I despise them. Just think about it. They get in the wilderness, saying we were united in Christ. Death. 41. For those who have overcome, those who love my name, those who have kept my new moons, my Shabbats, and my feast days, those who have kept my commandments, I will accept you with your sweet savor when I bring you out from the people and gather you out of the countries wherein you have been scattered. And I will be sanctified, set apart in you before the heathen, the white man, and the Guyam, the brown man, and the black man. 42. And you shall know that I am Yahuwah. He signed his name again. When I shall bring you into the land of Yasharal, into the country for the which I lifted up my hand, my yad, to give it to your fathers. 43. And there shall you remember your ways and all of your doings, wherein you have been defiled. This is what this captivity is about. To make you unclean in every way, to keep you away from the high priest, to keep you away from Yah's time, to keep you away from the path of years, and you shall loathe yourselves in your own sight for all the evils that you have committed. I'm doing that now. 44. And you shall know that I am Yahuwah. He signed his name again. When I have wrought with you for my name's sake. That is correct. Not according to your wicked ways, nor according to your corrupt doings. O you house of Yasharal, who said this? The owner, who is Yahuwah. 45. Moreover, again, the word of Yahuwah came unto me and said this. 46. Son of man, son of Adam, set your face towards the south, and drop your word towards the south, and prophesy against the forests of the south field. 47. And say to the forests of the south, hear the word of Yahuwah. Thus saith Adonai, who is Yahuwah, the owner, who is Yahuwah. Behold, I will kindle a fire in you, and it shall devour every green tree in you, and every dry tree. The flaming flame, the lake of fire, shall not be quenched. And all the faces from the south, Dedan, Mecca, Timon, Medina, Mount Seir, Moab, Basra, and all the faces from the south to the north shall be burned therein. And all of you, the rebels that have transgressed against him, that shall be your habitation, your new zip code. This is where you have made your bed, because you did not return. You did not seek him with all of your heart, with all of your mind, with all of your soul. You were playing with this thing. All you wanted to do was to be seen of men, for people to think, oh, I am an Israelite. I am the people in the book. Well, the people in the book committed great wickedness against their master. You will not return with that same spirit. 48. And all flesh shall see that I, Yahuwah, have kindled it. It shall not be quenched. Your worm shall not die, and the fire shall not be quenched. And you shall be an abhorring unto all that looks upon you. 49. Then said I, this is Yahezekal speaking, O Adanya, O Master, O Owner, O Yahuwah, listen to what they say to me. Does he not speak in parables? Eyes to see, see not. Ears to hear, hear not. Unlearn. My people perish for lack of knowledge. If you refuse this knowledge, you shall also be refused. He sent me here to show you the way. This message is special. No one else has it. It's the path of the years, the way Yahuwah created the sun, the moon, and the stars to work together in the heavens to give you his time. He stretched forth his arm to you at the end of your 400-year captivity. Did you think he was going to come in the clouds then? None of us would have made it in. But he gave us another chance. He stretched forth his arm with an open palm to the Kedushayam. Do not spit in his face. Next week, we'll spot the renewed moon for the 7th month in the 7th year since Yahuwah showed us the path of years. We'll blow the trumpets. We'll celebrate the coming of the Messiah. And on the 10th day of that Hadash, we shall participate in the Day of Atonement. We shall afflict our souls. Be there or beware. Now cleanse your hands. Don't give me likes. Share this with your brothers. You may save one of them. Shalom.